Class of 2016 inductee Edwin Touchdown Ed Hall. Charles Edwin Hall was born on June 28, 1939 to Buford Brown, BB, and Layla Mayo Hall in a house near Albertville near the Taint Munch community of Marshall County. The Taint Munch Dam is a landmark of that area. Ed was the youngest of 6 children: Bill, Harold, James, Ella Wayne, and Mary. The Halls were sharecroppers, and all of the children helped out, especially during cotton picking season. As this photo from the Albertville newspaper shows, through dogged determination, Miss Layla was able to send 5 of her 6 children to college. Ed started playing sports at Albertville Junior High School and went on to have an outstanding career in football and track. He played for Hall of Fame coaches Vernon Wells, Ralph Reed, and Shannon Sloan. As a sophomore, Coach Wells moved him up to the varsity primarily because of his speed. According to his Hall of Fame teammate Tommy Maddox, Ed got the name Touchdown Ed Hall because you could always count on him to pick up the yardage needed because of his speed and toughness. His touchdown runs often came as he scurried down the field on punt or kickoff returns and around end on reverse plays from his wingback position. As a senior in the 1956 season, Ed, number 12 in this photo, became the all-time second leading scorer in Aggie history at that time, behind 2015 Hall of Fame inductee John Aubrey Thomas, number 46. He was also selected as the most athletic senior of the class of 1957. Hall ran on the Aggies' first track team for Coach Sloan, who called him the finest 440-yard dash man in Dixieland. Ed said that he got started running when he had to walk home from school each day. He started running because the lonely road to Taint Munch was very scary to him. Ed became a sprinter, running the 100-yard dash and the 440-yard dash, as well as competing in the 440 and mile relays. At the state track meet held in Auburn in 1957, there were over 100 schools represented from all classifications. Ed won the 440-yard dash with a time of 52.3 on a rain-soaked cinder track, becoming the first Aggie to win an individual state championship. However, his best time was that same year in the Georgia-Alabama relays held at Legion Field in Birmingham. Ed won the 440 with an amazing 50.0 time, which converts to a 49.85 in 400 meters. This held as the Aggie record for 57 years until being broken by Luis Aponte in 2014, who ran the 449.36. Hall was recognized at the Albertville High School Cavalcade of Sports in 1989 as one of only 3 all-state track and field performers in the history of Aggie sports. The other 2 were Hall of Fame inductees John Hanna, shot put and discus, and high jumper Roderick Rudolph. Following this performance, Ed was signed to a track and field scholarship to the University of Alabama by legendary coach Harold "Red" Drew. Ed is third from the left in this photo of Coach Drew and the track team at Bama. Ed's best performance for the Crimson Tide was a 48.4 during his sophomore year, placing second in the SEC meet held at LSU. Ed is second from the left in this photo of the mile relay team. Following this year, Ed returned to Albertville to support his wife and newborn son and began a career in business. He has worked in the poultry industry with Allied Credit and retired from the mobile home industry. However, his love of sports and caring for the youth of Marshall County never went away. Ed was involved in many civic organizations and projects to help young people. Some of these include coaching Pee Wee football, CASA, serving as a board member for the Home Place, the JCs, the Epiphany Episcopal Church, and working as a youth mentor with the Marshall Mentor Program. Ed also loved to play golf after starting out as a caddy at the old Albertville Golf Course in the 1950s in order to make a little spending money. He scored a hole-in-one on hole number 7 at the Albertville Country Club in the early 1960s. Ed was married to Mildred Sue Plunkett. They had 3 children, Marty, Suzanne, and Amy, 6 grandchildren, Hall and Megan Robertson, Gordon and Porter Lawless, and River and Ibo Saba, and 2 great-grandchildren, Adley and Madeline Robertson. Ed was later married to Charlene Charlie Hall, who had 2 children, Anthony and Katie. Sadly, Ed passed away on February 15, 2013. However, the legacy of the speedy track star Touchdown Ed Hall and his commitment to the youth of Marshall County continue to live on and will always be remembered by those who knew him. Ladies and gentlemen, Class of 2016 inductee Touchdown Ed Hall.